So yeah, we keep talking about housing. We all know that it's such an issue in the city of Miami right now. People cannot afford to buy houses.
I agree.
The rent prices keep going up. So big question is, everyone talks about how they want to make housing more affordable, but how do you make it more affordable?
Two things. First of all, one of the first things I'm going to do with our administration is fire the current city manager, appoint a new one that's going to allow me to elevate an efficient, effective, and accountable government for my people in the city. But then we need to get serious about having an affordable housing master comprehensive plan, which we have not passed. And even one of the people in this race was on the dais, and it still didn't get passed. So I'm actually probably the only one that's been very specific about rehabbing, developing, and preserving 9,000 units of affordable housing. I'm the only one talking about freezing the property taxes for our legacy residents, as in AKA people that's been here 20 years plus. So then I can make sure they're not displaced and they don't have to worry about any more increases because we have an anti-displacement fund for them. I'm the only one having real conversations about, instead of using the Miami-Dade County AMI, can we use City of Miami AMI? Because as you see, our income is totally different than what's in the county, and literally build low-income housing, mid-rise, mid-level housing for our young folks, rent-to-own condos, first-time homebuyer program initiatives, expand that. And then also, can we figure out a way to fix these flooded streets and sidewalks and some other entities that is messing up our housing supply as well? And let me not even get started on like the unhoused, or what we call homeless in our city, because that's part of our affordable housing crisis too, that we are not serious about.
And how will you tackle that issue?
We have something called Functional Zero, which the current mayor, I'll give him credit for this. Francis Suarez, to me, is our best chief marketing officer of the city. He has not been a very good mayor, but when it comes down to CMO, he is awesome at that. And one of the things that he pushed forward was something called a Functional Zero program, which is how we can kind of literally hopefully have a comprehensive plan to combat some of the unhoused and how we wrap around services for them and have them transition to other shelters, things like that. But what we're not talking about is we need to figure out ways to get people moved from shelter beds into low-income housing units throughout our city. We need to figure out ways to have people transition to post-secondary education or trade programs so they can raise their revenue stream, right, disposable income, to afford to stay here. I meet a lot of people, y'all, that actually work every day, but they live in their cars, right? They're going to restaurants and gas stations to wash their face before they go to work, but they have full-time jobs making minimum wage in our city. And we don't have conversations about those residents either, because the truth is we don't really talk about workforce housing a lot in this city, or working class people. And the other truth is, y'all, people that look like me do not feel heard, do not feel seen, and a lot of times you don't think we're still here.
I